So I want to talk today about the 2003 Raiders versus the Titans Monday Night Football game. This game was extra special to me because I was able to come in as a kicker and help the team win a game. So let me set the background on this. Joe Nedney was our field goal kicker, and he got hurt on a kickoff early in the game. Coach Fisher came to me and said that I was kicking field goals the rest of the game. Now, for most people, that may have been kind of extra pressure added. It wasn't for me because I was used to doing that. I was a kicker and punter at Notre Dame, and I was very comfortable doing either. So I want to talk for a minute about versatility. Now, I was able to stay in the league for 17 years, and I think there was two reasons why that happened. The first reason was my primary job as a punter. I think I was a fairly consistent punter. I didn't make many bad punts, didn't hit any crazy big punts, but I was fairly consistent as a punter, so they could depend on me to do my job. But the other thing was, and I think what really kept me in the league for a long time, was the versatility. I was able to kick as well. I kicked, like I said, at Notre Dame. So when I got thrust into the kicking role, it didn't really affect me. I knew how to do this. I'd been there before. And I want to talk about this game a minute because you just have to always be ready to do a job that you may not expect to do. So I got thrown in to do a 47-yard field goal at the end of the first half. And I didn't really work a whole lot with my kicking because Joe was a great kicker. No one ever expected him to get hurt. So I was also working with a new holder that I was trying to learn to trust and who never really had many reps at it. So my biggest fear was, am I going to get the hold that I need? Not that I didn't trust him, but he just didn't have a lot of reps in a game. So when I went out and I made that first field goal, it gave me a confidence that really they could throw anything at me and I was going to make it. In the second half, I had a chance to kick 2 more field goals. But the confidence I had in the second half was based on that first kick going through the uprights. So I guess what I'm trying to portray to you or try to get across to you is that use these little victories to build your confidence in a game. If you make an extra point or a short field goal early in the game, that seems in your mind to make the field goal post just a little bit wider in your next one and a little bit wider in your next one until you know they can stick you back at 50 or 55 yards and you're still going to make the kick. So confidence is huge as a kicker. Making that field goal at the end of the first half gave me a confidence that just really led me through the second half. It was a breeze making these field goals in the second half because I knew now that I could trust my holder and I was able to do it. And the field goal post got a little bit wider and the ball went through with ease. So the power of the mind is amazing for kickers. So taking that confidence and that mindset into the second half is what got me through this game. And so it was a game I'll never forget. It was a game I'm just proud of how I was able to help the team on this one. And it's something I really teach in my MPK program is to always teach my kickers to at least learn the basics of punting and to teach my punters at least the basics of kicking just in case that you're thrust into the situation that I was thrust into. So I always tell people when they ask about kickers and punters, and I always say, if I don't get interviewed after the game, I know I've done my job. But this game was a little bit different. I got a chance to do an interview after the game because I was able to come in and kick these field goals. And I got to do an interview with the late, great Stuart Scott. And it's something that I'll never forget. It was just an incredible experience talking to him live on ESPN after the game. And I think I was more nervous in that than I was in the game. So anyway, if you've done your job, don't worry about not getting noticed. But if you do get noticed and you do something great, take full advantage.